Well, for those of you who can't spend the $50 to look at Madonna's garbanzas this Christmas, I, Joe Bob Briggs, is going to give you a complete synopsis of Madonna's sex book. First, it's the first book that comes to you in a condom. Now, can you feel the cold steel of the cover against your trembling fingertips? Are you aroused yet? Because remember, this is as thrilling as this book is going to get. All right. Let's open right there to page 1 where you have a naked Madonna ghost playing a brass bed like a piano, and it says, "This book is about sex. Sex is not love, love is not sex, but the best of both worlds is created when they come together." So much for the philosophy part. 100 pages later, you'll be asking yourself, if the gall dang book is about sex, how come she uses the word love 947 times and sex about 3 times? All right, turn on over to the page. It looks like a collage that Madonna did for her grandma in 2nd grade. And there's this poem on there that says, "My name is Dita." And it goes on all about how she'll be your mistress and your sorceress and magician and love technician and poison flower. Okay, turn the page again where it says, "I'll teach you how to aardvark." Only she doesn't say aardvark. And it's the one where she's wearing this black leather peekaboo, metal-studded police officer's bikini and jockstrap with a whole lot of little thingies for her keys on there and a Lone Ranger mask. And she's using her fingers to... Oh, my God. I'll wait while you guys throw up. Okay. Got through that part. Now we get to my favorite part, the tattooed, bald-headed, Hare Krishna, lesbo, lip-lock, body-piercing, woolly sisters who hang all over Madonna like lint on a cheap suit. And then they threaten her with a knife, and they tie her up, and they put their mouths on one another's... Whew. Sorry about that. I can't talk about that part either. Anyway, next comes Madonna's impassioned defense of Playboy magazine. And then the pictures in here where she whips a fat girl and gets tied up by a biker and writes some really cool stuff about the 5-minute conversation she had with a dominatrix one time. And then she makes a big old ugly skinhead in a dog collar lick her fishnet stocking. You getting into the Christmas spirit yet? You might want to order 3-4 of these for Grandma. And then we get all these long letters in here to Johnny, her boyfriend, who's never home, where she tells him about her affair with Ingrid. And then she eats some panties. And then she has sex on the dining table with a long-haired guy. And then she writes about when she did it with a Puerto Rican teenager. I especially like the sentence in here where she says, "It was excellent." This gal is a writer, isn't she? And then she sticks her face right up this guy's... I'm trying to tell you what's in here. I really am, but there's some things... All right, then she gives her tips on seduction. Says here... sucking on your finger every once in a while doesn't hurt, like in the middle of dinner. Of course, in Madonna's case, you want to say, don't put that thing in your mouth. You don't know where it's been. She comes out as an advocate of phone sex. She gets out a straight razor here and goes to a men's room full of skinheads. And, well, anyway, she has a cigarette afterwards and she sucks somebody's toe. And it might be her own toe. It's kind of hard to tell here. Let's not dwell on it. She tells us what she did on the toilet when she was 14 years old. It's this beautiful lyric passage ending with the words, "And I wept." She has this guy put baby powder on her rear end. She tells us a dream she had about her maid. She goes out in the yard with her dog and plays roll over with him, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. She hangs out at a gay stripper bar where about 8 naked guys make a Madonna sandwich, and you can't really tell exactly what it is, but it appears to be a corned beef and Swiss triple-decker. A little mayonnaise on it. And then in the crucial turning point of the book here, she decides that none of these sexual experiences are really enough for her. What she really needs is somebody she can share the height of passion with, the ultimate in pleasure. What she needs is herself. And so we get a whole bunch of Madonna making love to herself, except for this one page where she interrupts to tell us why it grosses her out to aardvark with fat people. And next, now we're almost finished now, next she slinks around Miami in the buff, wearing nothing but these silver spandex hot pants and heels, occasionally stopping to let an Italian guy grab her from behind. And then she has sex with a charming black couple. A typical day in the life of Madonna, artist, singer, sex psychologist, dominatrix, lover of skinheads. She is woman, hear her roar. But the best part is yet to come, because when you try to close the last page of the book, the back cover pops off and the end paper rips, and then you can't get the thing closed. See that? It lies open on your coffee table for the rest of your life. The perfect symbol of Madonna herself, who refuses to go away. It's amazing. I hope the Pulitzer Committee and the National Book Award people are paying attention to this woman, because this is just incredible. I was looking for that other place in here where she sticks her head through this woman's, well, never mind.